Hi, Big Rich from Ohio Fish Rescue here. I just wanted to update you guys. It's been a couple of days since the fish release, and you can see how clear it's gotten. And see the steps? You can tell it's more of a bluish from the pond dye than it is green. The green has cleared up a lot, so it's nice and clear. And here's the fish that are living in here so far. You can see all the way down the 8-foot section. There's the albino gars. Here's the big guy. Water's cleaned up. It's getting less green. What we're doing is all this rainwater that's coming in, I'm putting into our pond here, and I'm pumping water out. This is pumping water out to a drain. And then over here, there you can see the fish down in there now. Over here, I've got a hose coming from a drain pipe on the roof. So as it rains today, it's going to be filling this up and diluting this pond dye. Tracy thought it'd be cute. Well, I used to always put a little bit of pond dye in the pool because the tiles were like a brownish, and when you filled with water, it always looked a little brownish. So I always used blue pond dye, and it made the pool look really nice. Well, she saw some laying around here, and then right before the April 10th fish release, she had poured some in, and it did not look good at all. And it mixed with the green that was turning green in here, which you can see is now cleared up, to where now it's just back to a little bit of the blue dye. As water gets, replaced, then the blue dye will get lighter and lighter. We're going up today to buy a bunch of pothos to put in the river. You can see our, I'm sorry, not pothos. Pothos is what's growing here. Look how nice that's growing around there. What are those outside? Geez, I can't remember. I'm drawing a blank. We got some plants outside that do great in water, and they come up every year. So I'm going to go buy some more of them and fill that river up today, and get the bog filter working and going more than what's there. The fish have eaten all the lilies and all that kind of stuff. Right now I have this elephant ear right here off of the waterfall. I have the pothos vines and the spider plants and the moss there. And that pothos there is doing really well. Look at over there. So I'm just going to fill the river in with more plants we're going to buy today and get that going. And hopefully over the next couple days, when it's supposed to rain for the next couple days, we can get a lot of this blue water out of here. I know the other day it looked really green, but you can see it's clear. And we're diluting it as time goes on. There's nothing you can do overnight without spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on water. But I just wanted to give you a little update as to how it's looking now. Definitely looking a lot better. I'll give you another little update later on. Take care, guys. Bye. Okay, we got 6 hostas and 2 of these big ferns here. They're $15 a piece at Lowe's. Crazy. They're like 5 foot tall. They come up past my chin, right to my nose, and I'm 6'1". They're kind of bushy. So I'm going to put one of these on each side of this. And then I'm taking these hosta here. We're going to plant them in that river down there, all the way across there, and let them get big and bushy. I'm going to pause the video and continue as soon as we get done with the plants.
Alright guys, my dad told you earlier he was planning on going up and buying more plants for the river system. Well, he went ahead and did that. He went up and bought a few of these 5-foot tall palm plants. We still got to put the rope up to wake water up from the river and go ahead and feed them. But he went ahead and bought all sorts of hostas. So I went ahead and took them out of their pots, planted the hostas into the river system where water is flowing. They can pull nitrates out of the whole river system. This elephant ear is starting to grow in nicely. We got a pothos plant growing up this side of the waterfall. It's slowly growing. We've got spider plants there, spider plants all around. Now, let's go ahead and walk over here. Give me just a second. Now, we are still looking for ficus trees. We'll go ahead and put on all these rock edges around the outside perimeter of the pool. I think that would look really nice. Same thing across this whole back end here. But we've got more spider plants around this outside edge. We've got hostas spaced periodically throughout the river system. He's got pothos rooted in the river. It's coming up, entangling in all these fake plants. There's another one of those palm plants. This pothos has probably grown another 10 foot since we've planted it. He does have a little bit of lilies sprouting in the river. Not sure what kind that they are, but they're growing. Nonetheless, pulling nitrates out the water. Now let me crawl up here on the diving board. We do have water irises growing right there. You can see right here, the pothos is just going ridiculously on this side of the waterfall. We've got another spider plant there. We've got moss growing on the rocks of the waterfall. We're trying some more lilies and spider plants up there. But the plan moving forward is to go to the outdoor pond out back, and we're going to get arrowheads. And we're going to go ahead and plant arrowheads all across here, along with a few other water plants that are out there in abundance. We don't want to put anything in here that looks too ugly or gets too invasive. We want it to fill up this river area and then basically stop. So we want some more plants around the waterfall that will grow tall, like these elephant ears. We can keep splitting them up, and slowly those things will spread. And then this whole back shelf where that Niger's sitting, look at him. That's pretty awesome. But this whole back shelf is probably about 3 feet underwater. There's going to be ficus trees all across there. And then this whole rim around the outside pool, we're going to design some sort of system that we can mount brackets up, because you can look at here. Let me walk around and show you so you guys can get a little bit of a better idea of how this is going to play out. This is essentially a sloped edge. So this side is higher than this side. So we want to go ahead and take a bracket, fold it around this corner, and then we want it to go down, and we want basically the pot to sit on the surface of the water. And then we want to do that sporadically around the whole outside edge. And basically the plant is going to grow inside the pot, and whatever roots stick down into the water, the fish can go ahead and eat without, killing off the plant or causing any harm to the plant, because we still want them to pull out nitrates from the water. But as you can see, the lights just turned on. The pool is getting a lot clearer. Everything is going well. The filtration is handling it really well. But we do want to get a handle on this whole plant situation so our nitrates stay at 5 parts per million or less. Right now, the nitrates are between, 8 to 10 parts per million, but they are not going up, and there are more plants going in. So we are testing the nitrates a couple times a day, and we're keeping a close eye on that. So we definitely want the plants to take over before we add any more fish. We don't want to have to be doing water changes on a 58,000 gallon pond. That would be very, very dangerous on the water bill. But as you can see, the waterfalls look amazing. The plants are starting to come in and look beautiful. Our next step, besides the plants, is this outside lip. After the plants are in, we want to go ahead and encase in a faux rock. So it's going to be capped with a fake rock, and it's going to look pretty awesome. So stay tuned for what's to come next at Ohio Fish Rescue. All right, guys, a little quick peek into what we've been doing inside the fish room. Other than pond work, yes, we still do work. Oh my God, tubs everywhere. What are we doing? All right, so we've got this whole wall that needs tanks put up. Of course, we're still working on the 2,200 gallon tank. It's clearing up with water. I still got to plumb in the whole filtration system to this guy. Here, if you want to look under here, we've got the 300 gallon sump. Each overflow is plumbed in. We've got the 3-inch PVC coming up from each overflow on each side. So the overflows are hooked up to the sump. All I have to do is hook up the sump to the returns. And then the filtration will be hooked up on the 2,200 gallon. It's going to be a standalone system for a few weeks until we get the rest of this work done, and we can go ahead and hook it up onto the system. But back to what we're doing is we have this whole wall. We're planning on bringing in the 1,000 gallon from outside from SeaWorld, along with the 2,000 gallon tank from SeaWorld. Those will be going across that wall. So they're going to be strategically placed. There's a little mark on the wall. I don't think you can see it in the video, but this tank right here is the 500 gallon cube. That's 4 by 4 by 4. That's in place, getting ready to be set back up. This tank right here is a 400 gallon acrylic tank, and we moved the quarantine tub out of here. We set up this other 550 gallon tank. We're going to go ahead and use this temporarily as the quarantine. We're going to go ahead and set tanks up below it as well for smaller fish. Big tanks are big fish up top. And then this tank is going to move that way. This tank is going to move slightly that way. And then that whole wall is going to be nothing but tanks. So stay tuned to see what turns out here at Ohio Fish Rescue. And we look forward to showing you guys. Take care.